Ha! Well, that was pretty cool, wasn't it? Everybody, let's go ahead and go with Crappy over to the game reveal because we are in Losers Bracket Round 4, NPC versus Skidz. Crappy, take us away. Mary Kate and Ashley, no! Okay, we dodged them. We're doing fine. Well, for this match between Skidz and NPC, we had our dear friend Neitzel choose the game. Neitzel, come on in. Let's talk a little bit about what you have given today. Hello there, Neitzel.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. I've been having a lot of fun. That was a wild gauntlet, and let me just say, trying to hold a post-game interview was like trying to herd some cats. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that looked pretty difficult to handle.
We got through though.
Yeah. So now what we're going to do, well, it's not a gauntlet. So at first I went for games for the GBA, for the Genesis. They all got vetoed. So I went back to the classic Amiga because most of the time when you give an Amiga game, well, people haven't played them, so went back to the classic. And what we're going to play is a pretty rad game called Skidz.
Skidz! Where's the picture?
I
there.
threw it in secret GMs.
No,
And it's not there.
There.
Here we go.
I'm sorry. I had a blank picture right there because I accidentally... No, I turned it off so that I could show the bracket. There's all... Whatever. Or the gauntlet. Whatever, we've got Skidz. The players are going to have 1 hour to try to make as much progress as they can in Skidz. And whoever does takes the victory. Whoever doesn't will be out of the GM bracket. Honestly, we are right towards the end of the bracket, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So what is Skidz? Can you tell me a little bit about this game?
It's a game where you collect litter. So that's your main goal in this game. And you can either do it by bike or with a skateboard. They're going to play with the skateboard because that's what I decided. Main difference between the two is all the controls. The skateboard is a little bit worse, so I went for that.
Ooh,
and
nice.
Your goal is mostly to collect litter on an awful skateboard, but the soundtrack is going to be amazing. I'm telling you right now, this is one of the reasons this game is here. And that's the music. So I guess I can tell them to start on the level selection screen.
Yeah. I'm going to have NPC hop into a level real quick just so that we can hear audio and make sure that we've got sound coming across.
Yeah, the game doesn't have any sound on. Oh, here we go. This is fantastic. So yeah, we've got audio. That's all the audio that you'll get throughout this game. It's just this song.
It's a good
the
one.
whole thing. And, well, you haven't heard everything.
Fine.
It goes pretty hard in a few minutes. So yeah, I guess NPC can reset and head back to level select.
Yeah, or just run out of time. That's fine. Also, there is an important question in the Discord.
Yeah, they were asking if they can continue, because when you time out, you get the choice to continue. They can decide to continue. The main thing is that they'll respawn with just exactly the same amount of health that they had when they started the level. So it's one of these situations where they have to decide whether they reset the whole progression to get to later stages with more health, or just try pushing through with the amount of health that they have.
Well, NPC just losing the rest of his health before we get started. Just because this is Amiga, I will probably do some recapturing in a second. But yeah, let's go ahead, and as soon as I see them both at level select, we will do the countdown.
All right. So I think this is a core design game. So the makers of Tomb Raider, this is what they did before all of that, but I'm not 100% sure.
Tomb Raider, Skidz, you know, they're basically the same.
Yeah, I'm just checking that NPC got the message.
Yep. Yep, we're just waiting real quick. There we go. Okay. I think we're good.
Yeah. So yeah, the way the game is structured is that you have multiple levels. It looks like you can go to any of them from the start, but actually you can't. You can only do the street or the race. The shop is, as it says, is a way to buy upgrades.
I gotta interrupt because we're doing the countdown. Spam all of your coolest emotes, okay? 80s and 90s. We need radical. We need, I don't know, anything that looks like it could fit into a game as awesome as Skidz.
Yeah, anything garbage related is good to go. Because that's what we'll do the most of the time. Okay, so their goal is to collect 75% of the litter of the stage. When you collect it, you have to throw it in the bin because that's what you do with litter. It doesn't count if you just keep it on you. There's actually a limit on the amount of litter that you can have on yourself. So you need to be careful about that, not to overcharge yourself.
Okay.
And as you can see right away on set screen, there's a timer in the game. And when you run out of time, you have this little head appearing on screen and it drains your energy. And when you run out of energy, you die. You start over.
I don't want to die.
Well, that's kind of how it works. I mean...
It works. You're cleaning litter and then you die. Yeah, everybody. Yeah. Welcome to the capitalist dream.
So, the way this game controls is kind of weird. Because, well, every time... you press the action button, there's only one input since it's an Amiga game.
Okay.
You gain a little bit of speed. You'll maintain that speed if you hold the button. And if you want to do a jump, you have to be at full speed and press the button again.
But it says
really
Speedo.
Yeah, it's Speedo. I don't know why. It's like the word Skidz. I had no idea what it meant before.
I mean, I could see it being speedometer, but I just want to imagine the developers really like Speedos, you know? They're not my favorite, and I've never worn a Speedo, I gotta be honest.
Yeah, me neither. So, and I mean, the character is not even in Speedo. I don't think there are other characters in Speedos, so...
That's for the best.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, something a bit confusing, as you can see on the NPC screen right now, is that the litter sometimes flies in the air and you can't actually collect it until it stops its animation. Going on the edge of the levels as well is also a pain because you're supposed to jump on that to be able to climb on it. It's a nightmare.
Oh, yeah. Now, somebody is asking, is Speedo speed in Japanese? And I would go ahead and say, I doubt this was made in Japan. Highly doubt.
Yeah, since it's core design, aren't they like from England?
Let me see. Core Design was the developer. They were a British video game development studio in Derby. So, correct. This is definitely not a Japanese game.
So yeah, Seth is about to run out of time. Something that you really have to do, which I think is the best strategy in this game, is just to try to go as far as possible and try to collect as many clocks, and then just collect the litter that you have on your way, because most of the time when you just take the main path, you might end up with enough litter to complete the level.
You know, I will say that congrats that this company did make some good games, you know. They made, Chuck Rock 2, possibly the original Chuck Rock. They made a Monty Python's Flying Circus game. I'm sure that's good. Yeah, they did Wolf Child for Super Nintendo / Genesis. That game has been on Kusog7ande, but actually got tubed binned. But that's with an asterisk. It might eventually make its way back. Rick Dangerous 2, we've had that here. Impossible, that game is actually pretty good, if I remember correctly.
I don't remember that one, but yeah, I'll take your word on that.
Oh, no, never mind. That one's been on Kusog7ande. I like the prequels to it, Monty on the Run. I don't really care for Impossible. Never mind. They've made games. Oh my gosh, I hate this music. I gotta be honest.
It's the only one in the whole game.
Luckily, we do have a little bit of lore, everybody. Your local town is the scruffiest for miles around, and it's about time it was cleaned up. Armed with nothing more than your trusty bike and skateboard, though we do not get the bike here, you set about collecting as much as possible, as fast as possible. Unfortunately, the townsfolk don't share your enthusiasm, and although they won't try to stop you, they do tend to get in the way. Then there's the holes in the roads, the curbs, the cones, the ramps. Loads of obstacles stand between you and your goal, and they're not doing you or your equipment any good. There's money lying around just waiting to be collected, though, and performing stunts will also improve your bank balance. Collect enough, and it'll give you the chance to visit the shop and upgrade your skateboard or bike, or to carry out essential repairs. Okay, so there's just money laying around?
Yeah, you can see them from time to time. They are just coins lying around. And also you gain money by doing tricks. But doing tricks in this game is just almost impossible. Like right there, you saw Seth trying to do one and he just bailed immediately. You have to use ramps to be able to do that. But yeah, for this, really, the main focus should just be on collecting, completing the level and not focusing too much on money. At least that would be my strat. So.
At least early on, I'd say. Like, if you earn money because of, don't do any tricks. You know, maybe collect coins if they're there, but otherwise, just focus on doing your basic task of throwing trash away.
Like right now, Seth has 77%, which means that he can complete the level. That's definitely what he should do right now. Just rush for the exit.
Do they know what percentage they need in order to complete the level?
Yeah, it's explained when you start up the game, and I told them to read it. But now you'll see what's the main issue that Seth will have starting up the next level. So first of all, most things are super expensive in the shop. Oh. So it's going to be really hard for him to purchase upgrades and that kind of stuff in the first after the first stage. And the main issue when you start up a stage is that you keep the amount of health that you had before. So he's going to start up the next stage with just 2 health points.
Yeah, I think Seth is going to quickly realize I probably need to do the first stage well and just not get hurt. Yeah.
So, yeah, right now, only 2 health points. This is... Oh, that was a really cool move. Completely bait.
Ooh.
But yeah, here you go. Energy done. That's over. Do you want to restart this level? He says yes, of course. But you only have...
Oh, only 2 energy. That is not going to be good. Ooh, damaged wheel. Woo.
Yeah, damage wheel, because of course there are hidden health bar for the skates and the bikes and all that. And they get damaged over time, which makes you lose more health or can slow you down. There's a lot of stuff like that, which can be really annoying.
There's a hidden extra health bar for your skateboard? That is evil.
Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can completely break the skateboard, but there's a hidden health bar.
Oh my gosh, you have like no time for this second level, do you?
Yeah, you have to find the clocks as quickly as possible, and that's why I was saying that really the focus should just be on just figuring out where are the clocks, and then trying to build up the litter that you collect in the rest of the game. And I don't think we'll reach that point, but if they manage to complete every level, then we have a race level. There's a full level that you have to complete. There's just a race. You can technically start it up from the start, but it won't count as completed if they do that right now. So they have to. So Seth decided to go back to the first level, which is probably the best decision.
Oh yeah.
NPC definitely got the lead here.
For now, yeah, up to 27% on level 2. NPC is doing okay. There's a lot of trash cluttered together, luckily, so you should be able to just pick a bunch up and head on over to the trash can. Unfortunately, the little mouse was in the way. Stupid mouse. We're trying to clean the city. What are you doing?
Wasn't that a pigeon? You're called...
It might have been a pigeon. I don't know. Pigeon are sky mice. You know?
Kind of.
40%. Ooh, there's a bunch of paper falling down. Okay. Yeah. Also, as in true Amiga fashion, we have sound effects or music, but not both. Obviously, we're going with the sound version here.
Well,
or does
if you really lean into it, you can hear some sound effects. The only sound effects that you have is when you collect some stuff. I think like the clock has a sound effect, and when you hit something as well, and you have some audio cue. Actually, whenever you collect litter, you get a small sound effect.
Oh, I guess I did hear it. What? Okay, well, never mind. I lied. There are quote-unquote sound effects.
I mean, it's really minimal, the amount of sound effects in this game.
Well, Seth, currently back on stage 1, trying to do this as well as possible without losing much health. That is probably a good thing to do, heading back to earlier levels. And also, if you're able to collect a little additional money just so that you can buy an upgrade or two, either after this stage or the stage after, that will help. Although I don't know exactly how helpful the various upgrades are.
There are some pickups as well in the levels for you to repair or heal a little bit, but they are pretty rare to find. So NPC is about to complete level 2, which is pretty good. I hope we don't see a completion with this. We should be fine because the later stages can be really, really frustrating, but the NPC is doing really, really well.
Yeah.
So far.
Well, there we go. Seth is through stage 2 with a decent amount of health as well. NPC heading over to the shop to see if there's anything. What does the water bottle do?
So the water bottle, I have everything written down. The water bottle gives you 4 energy points back, which is really not much.
It's not
just 4.
Yeah.
Like, it's barely anything, but everything is super expensive in this game.
Apparently in the medical kit, that's $50. That restores 12 energy units. So if you're just like almost completely dead, then that is a good time to take care of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of the stuff that you can buy in the store is just it's related to energy or the skateboard health. Like if you have an helmet, it slows down the amount of damage that you take when hitting stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, to reach that, you need $90, which is super expensive in this game. I could never get to that.
Yeah, another thing that players could do is buy what's called the stopper for the skateboard. That slows down your skateboard faster so that you don't run into walls and crash. How useful that is, though, I don't know.
It's not.
It's not.
I tried it. I tried it, and it's kind of hard to I mean, the main issue is that when you try to stop, you don't stop immediately. You still have your inertia.
Yep.
And most of the time, by the time you see an obstacle, well, it's already too late. So.
Oh, yeah.
All right, timeout for NPC. So that might be.
This is probably a death right now. NPC just waiting to die. That's fair.
Yeah. So, and Seth is back on level 2, so that might be a good opportunity to catch up right there.
I think so. Both of the players putting a lot of work into trying to understand the basics of this game, and I think that they are both doing pretty well. Seth, is a stage behind, but at the same time, what you really want to do is conserve your energy so that you can get to these later stages and still have the health to get through them. If you start a stage with 1 bar of energy, you're just doomed. There's no hope.
Yeah. So NPC managed to find the first clock, so that gives him enough time to survive that section, because this is the point where the game gets a bit brutal in terms of timing and the overall layout.
Yeah, look how fast the timer goes. What even is this time measurement system? I don't understand. Hey.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit of an endurance match, because, well, standing this music for like an hour is pretty challenging.
Yeah, what I'm reading here, by the way, is that the stopwatches are worth 300 for your timer. So you get one, it adds 300 to the timer. If your timer reaches 0 on any level, the spirit will attack you. What spirit attacks you? I don't know. Just the spirit. It is October.
And the spirit, I think, has a cap, so it's red as well. So.
Now, Chad is asking, are the runners allowed to mute music and sounds on the game? There are cases where we have had players turn it off for themselves. We ask them to keep the audio playing for the stream so that we can hear it. But yes, that is something that players can do. Particularly, we've had a few games that had such bad audio that legitimately people got ill because of it, and I don't really want people vomiting because of the audio on Kusog7ande. I'll vomit, but the players shouldn't. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. I think, I mean, there are some games I remember a few games where we just turned off the audio, even on the GM side as well. I mean, for the viewers, we didn't get the audio because it was too awful.
Yeah, honestly, for me, I will go ahead and handle anything that the players are handling. I will listen to it. I will complain. If I get a giant headache, then whatever. I'm making people play this stuff so I'll live.
So yeah, Seth got to this level with quite a big amount of health.
Oh yeah.
So that's really, really good.
Okay, there's one stopwatch. That is good. Gotta deposit the trash, Seth. There was a lot of trash back towards...
And time is running out for NPC.
There's a stopwatch. One good thing about the Spirit of Vengeance that shows up, though, that's what I'm calling it since chat called it the Spirit of Vengeance. Thank you, Mangled Pixel. When the Spirit of Vengeance shows up, luckily, the timer stays at 0. It doesn't go into negative numbers, so if you collect a stopwatch, even if you've taken some damage and the Spirit of Vengeance has been around for a little while, it will go up to 300. So at least it's that kind. I wouldn't call that kind, but it's better than nothing, you know?
Yeah. I'm getting a bit worried because they are doing way better than what I'd expected.
Hey, welcome to Kusog7ande, where the players are always better than the GMs, no matter what you could expect. You might have people do better. There we go, NPC through level 3, not with a ton of energy, but probably with enough to deal.
Yeah, so moving on to stage 4. So that's almost halfway through the game. So since he'll still have the race to clear if he completes all the later stage. The thing is that right now he's going to be quite low on energy, so he'll have to be super careful, and as a result, a bit slow.
Yeah, mind you, on this stage, you can get extra energy in the form of cakes and ice cream, which is very tasty. I don't know if I would want to just eat random cake on the street, but, you know, if it's between that and death, eat the cake.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you know, you're gonna die anyway. If the cake that you eat that's on the street is poisonous, maybe you buy yourself an extra, like 300 seconds or something, you know?
Yeah, NPCs really taking things really slowly. So something that's really annoying about this stage is that you have to go to the sidewalk to collect litter, and for that you have to jump on the sidewalk, and for that you need to go at full speed and press the jump input at the right time. Main issue is that this is the main issue, is that most of the time you'll just bail when doing that.
Yeah.
And right now he's really on the edge of dying.
Woo!
Here we go.
Okay.
And this is the point where it gets tricky.
I'm really glad that it shows you your full health bar and then takes it down to what you had before, just to rub it in your face. You know, this is what you could have had. This is what you actually have. Good luck. There you go, NPC getting a little cake. The level that Seth Highwind is on, by the way, the health pickups are the things that look like tools. Obviously, at a construction site, you're not going to have cake.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
You know, considering that your skateboard and your person have different health values, of course tools are going to repair the human. But yeah,
Seth is moving on to Chinatown as well.
Very nice. It's actually a pretty close match between them. We'll have to see if either of them gets to the point where they feel like they have to restart. I don't think quite yet, though. One thing to note, by the way, is that one bad thing about having your skateboard get damaged, you do lose your ability to go at top speed. You go about 3/4 of what you could do before per the manual. However, if you have to go full speed to get to jump and land on the sidewalk, that could be an issue.
Well, it's a full speed. You're not prevented from doing jumps in that case.
Oh, okay.
You can still do jumps. It's just that you don't have full speed, which is not too bad. So right now, I'm really wondering if NPC is going to go for a full restart, because he's really low on health. He didn't do a lot of progress in this stage so far. And he seems to be struggling a little bit, which is quite interesting for the race, knowing when you should do a restart or not.
By the way, the publisher was known as Gremlin Graphics Software Limited, but they became Infogrames.
I think they were bought by Infogrames later.
They probably were purchased by Infogrames, yeah. And then Infogrames later purchased by Atari. That's how things go, you know?
Yeah. I know that Infogrames bought a lot of companies that were doing Amiga stuff. And most of them, led to nowhere, unfortunately. But yeah, Gremlins was... I remember playing other games on the Amiga from Gremlins that were pretty good, and NPC decided to reset. So starting over from the beginning.
Interesting. I honestly, the players have enough time that's not the worst idea. And I would say if you're going to reset, doing it this early is a good idea. You know, you don't want to be mostly like 45 minutes in. You don't want to have to do a full reset.
Yeah. So something that I said to them about progress in a stage is measured by the amount of litter that you threw away.
Okay.
So if you manage to if both players get to the same level, the one who threw the most litter wins.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we've got a little buffering over here, so I will refresh the streams in a little bit to make sure we are as caught up as possible. But with that said, this is going pretty well. I don't know if the players feel the same way that I do, but...
It's to control this game is really annoying, I find. It doesn't feel rewarding playing this game properly. It's it's really jank in the way it controls. Where's the garbage can? Seth. So Seth is full of litter right now, and he needs to throw all of that away. Problem is that now he can't go back to the section where he was before, so he has to go all the way around if he wants to go back.
Yeah.
That jump mechanic really doesn't make any sense, and the way to do tricks is just, I mean, I never could land any tricks in this game.
Honestly, that's not too surprising. This doesn't seem like the most player-friendly game out there.
So I think that Seth now has taken the lead, because I don't think NPC had that many litter collected in this stage.
I think you're probably correct. But again, if NPC manages to do these early stages well, collecting money and making sure not to take too much damage, NPC will be right back into this.
Yeah, definitely. So I think it's a good choice once you get used to the game a little bit, that you know what occurs in most level, just to restart, to build up as much health as possible. Go to the end, NPC, or look for coins.
I mean, yeah, since you have, like 200, 500 quote-unquote seconds remaining, it's definitely worth doing a little bit of searching to see what else you can get. Jumping into a staircase, not the best move, but I guess it could be worse.
Yeah, and also not rushing it too much, because, I mean, he already lost like half his health just on the first stage, so that's not great. Especially since that's the easiest level in the game.
By the way, the main coder for this game, I see that they are Andy Williams, but unfortunately there have been a lot of Andy Williams over the years, so it's very difficult to see what this Andy has worked on other than this game. Although it might be the same Andy Williams who worked programming Dragon's Lair for Super Nintendo, because that one also worked on ZX Spectrum, Amstrad CPC, Atari, Amiga, worked on the Paperboy Amiga that
Ooh, that one was awful. I have bad memories of that one.
Actually, yeah, let me see. What is this company? This company, Data East USA? No, the Elite Systems. Is that the company? It was a company in England.
It was Core Design Limited who did this.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if like any of the games that he worked on were for this company. Oh my gosh, this music. Good stuff.
Yep, that's the issue with a lot of Amiga games. Only one track, and that's all you get. But at least it's stereo, so you can hear it on both sides.
Heck yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead and believe that it is the same Andy Williams who worked on Dragon's Lair for Super Nintendo, as well as some of the XCOM games, Yofo Defense for PlayStation, worked on, most recently, Forsaken? Really? Okay. Forsaken Remastered. We also have Off-Road Redneck Racing. Anyways, what were you saying?
Forsaken Remastered?
Yeah, Forsaken and the original, it looks like. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know there was a remaster.
Yeah, me neither. I played that like a long time ago. And, I'm not sure I would call it a good game. At least the N64 version. But yeah, it was memorable. I would say.
Okay. My gosh, this music is killing me.
Still 30 minutes of it. We're halfway through the match.
Why? Like, as soon as they bust out the pan flute is when, like, they ran out of ideas for the music. They're like, we need another instrument that doesn't sound like crap. Pan flute time.
I'm pretty sure, like, one of the devs yelled Skidz and thought it was really funny and just decided to just put that everywhere.
Well, I mean, the person who did the audio is Ben Daglish. They actually have worked on a lot of different games. Oh no. What version of the Flintstones is this?
Which one?
It's the same Flintstones where you have to bowl to beat Barney, and you have to paint the wall, but it's an Amiga version? I didn't know there was an Amiga version.
Yeah, it's the same game. It's the same as this Master System. It's exactly the same.
Okay, well...
I mean, it might be a little bit different, but from what I've played, it's the same. Like, you paint the wall and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that you discover when you start doing GM for Kusog7ande. You're like, that's knowledge that I have now.
Yeah. Did he work on anything super, like, that had really good music? Mickey Mouse the Computer Game in 88? I don't know. Yeah, he did do MSX Flintstones. Oh, jeez. Okay. North Star, Flintstones for Amiga, Pac-Mania for Amiga. Okay. That might be okay.
Pac-Mania for Amiga, yeah, that one was fine from what I remember. I remember that Pac-Land was really terrible. And I mean, Pac-Land is already pretty special, but yeah, Pac-Mania was fine.
There we go. He did the original music for The Last Ninja, which has amazing music. Yeah. Well, there we go. Seth, unfortunately, dying again. I think Seth is going to have to decide, do I want to restart this level? And saying no. Going back to the beginning of the game. And if you're going to do that, this is the time. You don't want to be restarting later. So I would say that this next run should be what they lock in.
Yeah, something at least is that they gathered a lot of knowledge about that stage compared to NPC. NPC is doing really well so far, keeping as much health as possible. Plus, with $40, it means that he'll be able to buy some upgrades. And I gave them the list of items in the shop, so you should know that the helmet, for instance, can reduce the amount of damage that you take. But that, like I said earlier, that one is super expensive. So
yeah, the knee pads are pretty cheap. I think they're $40, and they also reduce the amount of damage. Though I have to wonder, do they reduce as much as the helmet or not quite as much?
I don't think so, but that's mostly because that's kind of the way that the lower pickups for the health work. So I imagine it doesn't reduce as much.
Seth did a trick and got $5 out of it.
Well, that's what happened when you manage to do a trick.
I wish I could get $5 for doing a trick. Everybody want to give me $5 for doing a trick? I don't know what trick I'd do though.
Hey, you could try to spam that to collect money.
Yeah, I think Seth has been trying to do a few more tricks just to get a little extra money. You know what? Here's a trick. Hey everybody, you might want to check to see if you have your Prime sub available, because if so, you can subscribe right now for free. See, there's a trick that might, you might get $5 out of it.
Yeah. Plus, it's October again, so it's back to 5.
Ooh, Seth jumping before the ramp.
Yeah, that's the issue. If he tries to go for tricks like that all the time, he might just enjoy it himself. But right now he has a lot of time, so he could try to build up a lot of money like that.
Chat, by the way, bringing up that the composer for this actually founded the company, or helped found the company that did the music for Captain Planet on the Amiga, which we actually have in my playlist. Specifically, some music in there that was really, really, really irritating, and I chose specifically because of how annoying it is. It's bad. And there we go, Seth through level 1, actually making a decent amount of extra money. Moving on to the park. My gosh. Just the fact that Seth has learned how to do some of these tricks fairly reliably, that could give him the opportunity to move into the lead, or to stay in the lead, you know?
Yeah, definitely. If he managed to build up enough cash to maybe buy the protections or just heal himself, he could get the edge to stay in the lead. But NPC is back to Chinatown again.
It looks like NPC is not spending money yet. And there we go, Seth doing another trick and getting $5.
So is he trying? No, not going to try to spam it.
Not at this moment, no. Okay, this is a little racist. Well, welcome to the 80s, everybody. Basically, if it existed in the 80s, it was probably racist.
Yeah, that's the issue with a lot of old games.
Yeah, as a reminder here, we don't condone depictions that appear in media here, but we are not censoring them because it's important to remember that we have come a long way since then. Oh, this was released in 1990. 1990 was basically the 80s. Come on.
And it was probably developed. Its development probably started in the 80s.
Yeah.
So yeah, now NPC seems to be able to jump on the sidewalk pretty reliably, so that should help as well, not to take too much damage.
Hey.
So yeah, this might get really, really close.
Yeah. My gosh, this music, it just needs to stop. I am sick of this. I am sick and tired of this, okay? Ben Daglish, how dare you make this music, huh?
I guess you can go in your track list now.
I'm not putting this in my list, no. Some people in chat are saying they dig it. No.
I mean, you dig it for like the first 10 minutes, but not for like a full hour. It's like the first time I heard it, I thought it was pretty funny, but after an hour of this, I mean, really hard to keep listening to it.
Yeah, it's been an hour. No, it's been 38 minutes. It has not been an hour. Yeah.
It is that bad, Blooper. It is.
Yeah, here's the deal. This isn't the worst music we've had, but this is not an hour long worth of music. Okay? This is something that you would have in a 30-second spot that's making fun of like powerlifters. Like, hi, my name is Hans and I'm Franz. We're going to pump you up. I don't even remember what that was from, Saturday Night Live or something. Like, this music would be playing, okay? Yeah, you want biceps like a mule? Huh? Do you want quads like a velociraptor? Well, eat my protein powder, and you will get there. Ooh,
That's really 90s.
Yeah, you know
Your impression.
Well, this game is really 90s.
Yeah, I mean, what was the worst music that we had? Because
like, there's Spiss Pop, there's the one that made Corndan vomit. I think it's got to be between those two. Probably the one that made Corndan vomit. I don't even remember it anymore. I don't know. I've blocked it out of my memory. Vomit game.
Oh, Seth managed to get $10 by jumping over a bin.
Heck yeah! Oh, Megatroid. There we go. Megatroid. That is the one that
Megatroid
that made Corndan vomit. So that one is... I'm going to go ahead and say that it is probably never coming back to Kusog7ande again.
So NPC is really on the edge because only 3 health points left and got 50% of the letter needed collected. I have no idea how much Seth collected before.
Oh my gosh, NPC down to 1 bar of energy. Let's see if NPC can find any health before dying.
No, Blooper, that's exactly that. So I'll send you the game so that you can play it. It's you'll see what's a bad game.
For reference, Bloopa in chat asked, you said the music made someone vomit? Did I get that right? So yeah, we are going to spread something that caused people literal physical pain. Welcome to Kusog7ande, everybody. Yeah. Yeah, I love that the entire premise of the game, of this game, is trash. Okay, this is trash the video game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice message for kids. Collect litter and make sure that you throw it in the bin. So
I think this game is the litter, though. You find a floppy with this game, you put it in the trash. That's what I'm learning right now.
I used to play this as a game, and I kind of liked it. So
yeah,
I had worse.
I mean, I'm trying to think. If I were a kid, I would probably try playing this and then say, no, I don't like this game. Like, I don't really like the music, and like I didn't really like skateboarding games just because of how uncontrollable they usually were.
Yeah, but do you like biking games? Because you can play with a bike, and
No.
I actually didn't talk about that. What's the difference between the bike and the skateboard?
Yeah.
So you see these blocks, these road blocks right on the right or at the bottom?
Yes.
With the bike, you can get through them because it's thinner. So that's the logic. And
Of
with the skateboard, you
course.
can't.
Did you know that humans don't change how thick they are based on whether they're riding a skateboard or a bicycle? They tend to stay the same thickness. I mean, unless they lose weight because of how
Yeah,
much
no,
they've been
no,
riding. Oh,
No,
Seth!
the skateboard is really massive. You don't realize how big it is.
Oh, okay. I was mistaken. I didn't know skateboards are huge.
Hey, Seth is starting to struggle again a little bit on the stage, which is a bit surprising because first time around he cleared it fairly quickly,
Yeah.
at least from what I remember. I'll try to look at how much garbage Seth managed
Whee!
to collect earlier.
Yeah, it's all right. Like, I fully expect one of these players to clear Chinatown in just a little bit. And NPC is on Chinatown. Seth is on the level before Chinatown at the moment. Seth did collect a decent amount of trash in Chinatown. NPC has the chance to move back into the lead here.
He might have because he got to something like 50%, which is pretty. That's really a lot for this level because this level is really massive.
Yeah, I can tell right now. Okay, NPC trying to build up speed in order to get the jump up onto the sidewalk. Unfortunately, it's very, very difficult to make.
Yeah, controlling your speed again is really annoying because you build up speed by pressing the fire button, and when you press it 4 times, you're at full speed. And then you have to hold it, and it's really annoying to manage your speed just because of that, because it's really, really hard to stay like at a middle ground in terms of speed.
Yeah.
It's either you are full speed or just barely move at all. And it starts up again. But yeah, I'm kind of relieved that they didn't manage to play through Chinatown as so easily because yeah,
Oh,
I mean, it took me a while. It took me a while to reach Chinatown.
Like, yeah, we heard how worried you were. Oh my gosh, are they going to beat the stage or beat the game? But it looks like we're at that point where both of the players are really just struggling with this game. And it's understandable. This game is a little rough.
It's trash.
It's trash. Only a trash game has you going around collecting trash. Come on, you could either do community service and make an actual difference, or you could be so basic that you collect trash in a video game. You're like, I'm not going to collect real trash. We're collecting fake trash. Yeah, that's what this game is. I seriously think NPC needs to... Oh, there we go. NPC got up on the sidewalk. I was going to say, I think NPC needs to try getting up on the sidewalk somewhere else, and immediately got up on top of it, which means that this game is just bad. That's what it means. I'm trash can. We're trash can. They're trash can.
Yeah, but then you have to go back to the sidewalk, and that's really annoying because moving in diagonal is super annoying.
There we go. Like, taking a little bit of a hit in order to get up on the sidewalk is fine. NPC jumped over a piece of trash, I think probably so that he could make sure that he got the trash that was farther away. Okay, NPC up on the sidewalk again. Very, very nice. Difficult to do.
But almost out of time, but got the stopwatch. So
Heck yeah!
not too bad.
Yeah, the risky thing is that NPC just needs to make sure that he does not run out of energy. Down to 3 bars of energy, that's pretty low. As long as there's like food or... Oh, there we go. A little bit of energy right there. The wheel is repaired. NPC did a cool spin, but fell off the skateboard. Understandable. Yeah, I'm concerned about this area. It looks dangerous.
Yep. And Seth is back to Chinatown with full health.
Wow, look at all that health. This gives Seth a huge opportunity to move into an even more solid lead, although NPC is doing a lot of good work to try to get caught back up. And look at all that energy collected in that tiny alcove.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Seth saw that you can regain energy in this stage yet, but that's definitely something that NPC has done several times.
Oh, yeah. NPC trying to get up on the sidewalk, but unfortunately jumped just a little bit too late. Oh, geez. Yeah, gonna go down or look for some other possible ways. There we go, up on the sidewalk. Like, here's the deal. Health is a commodity when you are playing video games. And because that, you are, like, as long as you have just a little bit of health and that doesn't affect how fast you move, it is equivalent to having all of the health in the world, all you really need is that tiny sliver of health.
So yeah, this is the point where I would just collect a little bit of health, of litter that's around these garbage.
Yeah.
And be as careful as possible. Oh, there's a cake!
There's cake. Okay, got the cake.
There we go, so...
Oh, be careful, there's a jackhammer! You don't want the jack... Oh, that is death.
No, you touched him. You can't do that. You can't touch a worker like that. He would just murder you.
Well, NPC back into Chinatown. NPC did say in the Discord, this is impossible. And I would say, not impossible, but very difficult. Honestly, I understand the complaints, okay? I fully agree with where you're coming from here.
Yeah, I think you got like 52, 53%, so that's really, really good. I mean, wasn't that far away from the end of the stage.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm quoting the music now. Yeah. Yeah.
Kids. Kids.
Is it saying Skidz or is it saying yeah?
No, both. From time to time it'll say yeah and then it say Skid. So...
Okay.
But at least you've got your red message ready.
Yeah, jumping onto this sidewalk is so hard for NPC, and I'm not sure why. Is it because...
Because
the game sucks.
You need to be at full speed, and like I said, the way it works is that you have to press your fire button 4 times, then hold it, and then you have to press it again to be able to do a jump. The thing is that in the time that you release the button and you press it again, from time to time you lose a little bit of speed, so you have to like mash it and just hope that you jump at the right time. It's
gotcha.
Really, really bad. So.
A little precise for what you have to do, and by precise, just based off of how the game is programmed, there's a possibility that you just lose speed, even though you are playing this correctly,
So Seth is at 50%. Oh no, energy gone.
And that is a death.
So far, I think NPC is in the lead.
I think just by a little bit. Let me go ahead and refresh both of their streams, by the way, because we did have some buffering earlier on. Thank you so much, Comcast, for not ruining my life during this run. I appreciate that. And don't you dare listen to what I'm saying right now. I know Comcast can hear us. And that means Comcast could sabotage us. Yeah.
I mean, only 7 minutes left, so I'm sure Comcast can stay nice for like 7 minutes.
Yeah, come on, Comcast, be nice for once. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. Oh. Ah! Yeah, that's the Skidz experience for you, everybody. Yeah, at least NPC has been getting more reliable at jumping onto this sidewalk. Unfortunately, full of trash, gonna have to go and deposit the trash that he currently has and then collect some more. That is a total of 49% at this point.
That's a really good push. And he's got a nice spot to go back there so he can collect all of that and go back to that previous trash can.
Yeah, he also has a decent amount of energy. Not a whole lot, but enough that you could backtrack a little bit and not worry too much. Luckily, new areas mean new places to get health, and that is always helpful. 55%, I think.
That's really, really good.
That's very good. I think that we've seen higher, but that is a very good push. Seth, meanwhile, on the sidewalk collecting a bunch of trash. Like, look at all of that health that he has right now. It is good. And NPC up to 61%. NPC could potentially beat this level in just a little bit. You have to get 70%, right?
75.
That basically 70.
But I think they are well aware of that. So with only 5 minutes remaining, I expect them to rush things a little bit, which might not be the best plan.
NPC just sneaking past the construction work, the guy with the jackhammer. What do you even call them? Jackhammerist? Guy with machine.
I have no idea.
I don't know. There's a trash can and a bunch of trash. Isn't that nice when you go to like
73?
73? That is so close to being able to beat the level, NPC. You might be able to do it in just a little bit. And with all of this health, or all of this cash, 50 cash, 75.
And he has enough time to reach the end. That's it.
Chinatown goes down. Yes. We have a solid lead by NPC. NPC going to the shop just to check out, is there anything that I can buy that would be worth it? Buying the medical kit, good idea.
Good idea. And I think it's going to be really difficult for Seth to come back at this point.
Yeah. Like, health is going to be the most important commodity that NPC has for the final, 3.5 minutes?
Yeah, and Seth is completely out of cash. So it means that even if he gets to the next stage, he won't be able to heal. So it's going to be really, really difficult. You can't rush things. NPC right now can just slam into everything and not care that much.
Oh yeah, I will say that like NPC has won Kusog7ande before. Seth Highwind has made a lot of progress in Kusog7ande, but has never quite made it. So like NPC has been the clear favorite in this specific match, I think. And so, oh no, into the water! You don't want to do that. NPC just gonna die real quick. That is fair. Considering that you restart the level at the health when you entered, that's fine. Okay, with only 2.5 minutes left, though, I would, like, even with a big mistake like jumping into the water, I would still try to find a clock or something. Restarting now, I would say, is not an option. Make your push. try to get through this stage, because you don't know how far your opponent is, you know? They might be on the stage after this, and you just need to get there now. NPC waiting for the tire. Why is there even a... Where did that tire come from?
Well, you know, you walk along the river, there's a tire just walking around, enjoying the view.
Just normal human things, you know? Okay, 22% NPC. Are you gonna escape the spirit of vengeance, or will vengeance destroy you? It looks like vengeance is gonna get you. That's fine.
Yeah, something that the skull does as well is that it slows you down. So if you lose all of your speed, you're done.
You can't do anything.
Yeah, you just have to wait for your health to drain.
Okay, I didn't know the spirit of vengeance would steal your speed, but that is a big problem. Okay, Seth, energy gone. That is probably Seth's final attempt at making progress in this game. That is fine. Okay, NPC getting back across the little bridge. Yeah. Whee!
Only 1 minute of this awesome music left.
Yep, only 1 more minute of me complaining about this music left. Nah, I can complain about it all night. It's not that bad. It's not offensive. It's just
so you
boring.
turn on it. Now you are enjoying it properly.
I don't enjoy it, but it's like it's just an hour of it is a little much. Yeah. By the way, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I hope that you have enjoyed the shows this weekend. Don't Make Us Bored should be on Tuesday, and hopefully we'll have some other things during the week. I will be taking a breather tomorrow, though, because I am tired, and that is the match, everybody. Throw your hands up in the air. We are done with Skidz.
It was an experience, as you would say.
Yeah, definitely an experience.
I mean, that's the problem with GMs, is that you have to give them games like that, because the other games that you plan for them, they just veto it. So you have to give them Skidz.
So you have to give them Skidz. Hello, NPC. Hello, Seth.
Hello.
I almost said hello, Skidz, and that's not quite right.
Hello, Skidz. How are you doing,
Hey,
Skidz?
Skidz.
I'm doing good. How are you doing, NPC?
Oh, I have some words. I have a few words. Most of them I can't say, but I have a few words.
Are they just like alien words?
No,
okay.
they're pretty much curse words.
Ah, dang it.
The thing is that I had the right idea, and then when I saw let's talk about their experience, because I could say a lot.
Sure.
Jumping's a thing. That's all I can say. Jumping is a thing.
Yeah, jumping is a thing.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk to Seth first then about, like, what was your experience with Skidz? How do you feel about the game at the end of it?
I don't ever want to touch this game again, I can tell you that much.
My fingers are hurting.
Same, honestly. That continue system is definitely spicy.
Yeah, the fact that you conserve the amount of health that you had when you entered the level, like, it's a giant wall, and it's a great way to make it so that you just have to restart the game. Yeah, I'd say that it's a pretty big flaw in this game. Yeah, okay, so continue system spicy, jumping spicy. What about controls? Like, does it control at all?
No.
Okay.
There are controls. There are controls.
Okay.
I can say I moved with the D-pad, and I kicked the ground with my B button. That's it. That's controls. That's controls.
Well, let me go ahead and tell you the results then, because we haven't told you who won. And it turns out the winner of today's match is NPC, managing to make it one stage past Seth Highwind. Although, Seth, for quite a while, I think until about the 45-minute mark, you were in the lead there. NPC, though, managed to get back to Chinatown with a heck of a lot of health and a fairly good understanding of how to get through some of the worst crap in that stage.
Minus jumping.
Minus jump. Well, it's like that the jump onto the one sidewalk where you sort of had to do an angled jump to get up on top of it. That was the worst.
Yep.
So what basically happened was I got to Chinatown around the 25-minute mark, I think, but I only had like 6 health, and I knew 6 health wasn't going to cut it. And so I was like, I'll just save money and I'll just get through it. And I actually did all the levels up to Chinatown really well without having to use the shop. And so I had like 9 health. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, I kind of did the same thing when I got to Chinatown. I had, I think, like 7 units. I'm like, I think I can power through this, but it got to the point where it's like, no, this isn't cutting it. So I ended up saving my money to buy, because I started doing tricks more to get more money.
I didn't trust myself or the controls to do that.
And I ended up buying knee pads, because I know that me crashing into curves was killing me. So I was hoping that maybe the extra defense boost would assist me in what I could do. And I got to the end of Chinatown. I just didn't have the 75% threshold, which was irritating.
Yeah.
I knew that was going to happen. And I was basically thinking, what can I collect? What can I leave? And that's why basically I got lucky because I got exactly 75 at the end of Chinatown.
Yeah, right at the end, you're at 75% and it said level complete. And I'm like, you lucky.
No, but can I tell you the thing that ticked me off to using curse words?
Sure.
So I got past Chinatown and I had 50 gold on me. So I was like, I am going to get all my health back. And so I did. And so I started off the next level, and at the bottom left, there's like 5 health. There's 5 health. I was yelling so much.
It went all the way back up, didn't it?
What? No, I mean, I got the med kit, which gave me full health again. Well, it gave me 12 HP. But
Oh, yeah.
But the thing was that I could have hypothetically held on to the money. Granted, that level seems like it is a timed event, and meaning you can only go a certain direction or else the game's going to punish you heavily.
Yeah, the level after Chinatown is definitely a race to the end. Yeah, I would agree there, NPC. With that said, Seth actually discovered a new way to get money. Well, how did you do it, Seth?
I had to trust my flimsy understanding of the controls, hit a ramp, and just spin my character and pray I landed forward. I got $10 off one of my tricks.
Yeah,
It's it's so risky though. And you only have an hour to learn the controls, and you have to trust yourself to think you can do that.
Yeah,
I felt confident enough to do tricks. So I was like, all right, I'm going to start busting out tricks because that's going to be the quickest way for me to get money. Because I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have bought those the knee pads, but I know that did help me out on my return visit to Chinatown. So
yeah.
Maybe I should have just saved everything for a health kit and then just threw my face at the wall. But things you learn.
I think honestly, like the biggest thing that probably would have helped you is if you would have started the game over a little bit earlier. You did right after the half-hour mark, which is about like where I would say that's the cutoff. You know, after about 35 minutes into it, you don't want to be starting the game over. So, like I would say that you did the right move, but a little bit earlier. You know, we might be telling a bit of a different story between who won and who lost.
Chinatown's so evil, though.
No,
it's evil.
It is such a difficulty spike.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to the previous 3 levels. Because the first one, all right, cool, I got the control. Second one, all right, I can either take a lower or upper path. Third one, wrenches and screwdrivers give you energy. Not going to question it. The main character's a human garbage disposal. Got you. Awesome. Still good. Chinatown. Look at all the curbs. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
I actually have to learn to do the jumping now.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
I mean, I knew it was gonna happen. I was just like hoping against hope that I could somehow just go by this game without having to do the jump button. I know it's Kusog7ande, and you know I should know that that's not going to be the case, but a little part of me was hoping.
Yeah, it admittedly took me a little too long in the beginning to realize that I could just hold the fire button to maintain speed instead of having to rapidly tap it, because I was in the beginning like, why am I crashing so much? It's like, oh right, full speed, press fire to jump. There has to be some way to maintain speed.
That's good to know now.
Now, I do have one last question for both of you. Opinion on the music.
It's Skidz.
Skidz. Okay.
I honestly didn't mind it. I was bobbing my head the entire time, stifling back laughter from every yee. that, like, popped.
Okay, maybe I was the only one who got tired of it. I got tired of it.
I get tired of it pretty quickly,
But I think the thing is, because it's the same track, there's just like some point where the music just fades off in the background, and all I'm focusing on is the trash and the yee, and that's just like, that's great. It also helps that my fiance is playing Kingdom Hearts in the background, so I'm listening to much better music off.
Okay, I approve. Well, great. Oh yeah.
Well, can I say one thing?
Yes, you may.
Just because you and me both speedrun Back to the Future.
Agreed.
So listening to music like this, you kind of zone out and forget the music's actually happening.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I did.
I think, honestly, for me as a commentator, just because I wasn't trying to play the game, it was a lot more apparent to me. I would agree. With that said, you hopefully never have to play this game again, and if you do, then don't blame me. Actually, you can blame me, whatever. Ha! Seth Highwind, as is per tradition for the people who are eliminated from Kusog7ande, we like to ask for their final words for their tombstone. So, do you have any last words?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better watch your back.
You better. Well, let's go ahead.
I have a song from Bomb Rush Cyberpunk that just goes, "Watch your back. Better watch your back." And that song. I love that song so much.
That's amazing. Well, everybody, we will be back hopefully on Tuesday with Don't Make Us Bored. For now, we're going to raid Plexel and yell yee. Thank you for following, subscribing, and for all of the support. Everybody go follow our players as well as our GM, Neitzel. Thank you for choosing this game, and may we never see it again in our lives.
Yeah, no, we won't see this again. I promise.
Yeah, we might. You never know. All right, take care, friends. See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.